Hi, everyone. Welcome to our fireside chat. We have an exciting guest with us today. Dilip, can you quickly introduce yourself and Deutsche Bank India and your role?
Thank you, Jay. I'm responsible as a CIO for corporate functions globally, and as well the head of Global Technology Center for Deutsche Bank.
Thank you. And can you tell us a little bit more about what Deutsche Bank's technology journey has been like in India and how that's set up?
So again, good question, Jay. I think it has been now close to 5 years where Deutsche Bank set up the technology centers in India. In the last 5 years, it has grown from 150 people to close to 4,700 people right now. The good part about that journey has been, I think if you look at a traditional, the business that are run as specifically when they set up the centers in India, you normally follow a process of starting with the productions and using the center more as an outsource center. But in this case, I think we just really bypassed couple of steps in between and directly went into building the center in a right way where we can help build a large application development center based out of India. So I think so we really bypassed a lot of stuff in between and directly went ahead and did the journey of setting up a large tech center which is inclusive into the overall Deutsche Bank strategy. What is happening today is what they do is, it's predominantly working on the top 50 programs that we have across bank. All the large programs that we have from a tech point of view, India contributes in a large way. At the same time, if you look at from the last couple of years, almost close to 75% of the people are working on the application development side of the house and not on the supporting side of the house. So I think that's the major change that we have put in place. And I think the center in India plays a massive role in the overall transformation we are going at the bank.
Well, it sounds like you've had a very interesting journey so far, and it seems like your India technology operations are well set up to help propel this partnership going forward.
Yes, I think it has been a very exciting journey. I think from the time we have announced our partnership with Google, we feel that this is a journey where it can really help not just the Deutsche Bank itself, but financial industry as such. I think that's why we take this very, very seriously. From a pure execution point of view, we have close to 1/3 of our people contributing and working on this journey on Google transformations. From a business side, if you look at it, there's a lot of effort which is done on the regulatory side, the settlement platform which are driven. From an infrastructure point of view, we have a lot of topics which are core to those, whether it is the resiliency program, how do you make sure that the overall governance from a data is taken care, all this is being driven out of India. So I'm very excited about this stuff, what is happening at the moment as a part of the journey.
Great. And you mentioned that the people are a big part of this journey as well. Usually when organizations are moving to public cloud, it also involves significant cultural change. And we're going to dive more into this topic on day 3. But can you give us an overview of how you have partnered with Google to drive this cultural change in Deutsche Bank India?
I think it's a very, very important question. Again, as you said, for us, this is a massive transformation in the bank. We want every employee not in just tech, but also largely everywhere in the bank to understand what you are getting into it, just to understand what does it mean for running the business in future, but also from a tech point of view. So we have, I don't know, at the moment, if you look at it in the last 1 year or so, we have close to 2,600 of our employees gone through all cloud awareness program. Google is helping us with the stuff. We have a lot of employees going through the DB cloud engineer program, which is also shaping. And we started also one more topic, which is not just the cloud architects in the program, but we also want to give them the hands-on experience, right? So, which is the people who are working on this journey, they do the boot camps with the people so that once you start building those applications, you just have an hands-on experience as well. So which is becoming very, very critical and important portion of it. Another area which is critical and important for us is I think we partner with with Google to create this community of learning, right? I mean, not just for internally here, but also for our externals. I mean, we work with a lot of partners, and we work with partners in a way that we involve them in our work. So we want to make sure that we work also with them, train them as well, and building a larger community where we can help and move in the right direction. So I think there is a lot of effort which goes in upskilling people. It's just not for us in tech, but also in the business side. But also we want to give the community outside so that our partners can also be successful in working with us in this journey.
Thanks. And as you look at the journey that you've had so far and the journey that lies ahead, are there any last words or any advice you would give an organization that might just be starting this journey?
I think we started, I mean, this was the first year, right? I mean, we, of course, are so happy with our landing zones now. I think this was a good year for learning some of the stuff which, you need to remove some of the small problems you have. And I think we're working very closely with Google to fix this stuff. But then next year onwards, we are on a full-fledged journey where we just want to make sure that each and every of our apps, what we're trying to look at it, work with them, work with Google in a tighter way, and make sure that we go on the transformation journey and move them, a lot of this application into the cloud. So I'm really excited about this. I think it was a learning year for us, upskilling of a lot of people, getting our basics right, and then we are up for the next step in the next years and more years to come.
Okay. Dilip, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your journey and your team's journey with the cloud. And we look forward as well to growing this partnership and looking forward to whatever it is you might be building next for Deutsche Bank India. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.